Hello, family. Shonda Hollis here of Rerun Inspirations. You know what's about to happen. Soul-U-Tions, the mix where pain and purpose collide. We are doing a replay today because I am out of town having some serious church. But we wanted to do the replay. I was trying to decide which one to do. I decided to do the Cooking with Candy segment with none other than our brother Bam with his chicken surprise. Last time we were on, I did not ask you guys to, if you tried this recipe, if you would get on, if you would go ahead, you can go ahead. I am here, y'all, and I just trying to do this quick video. If you did the recipe from last time, I would like you to share it. Put a picture up or a video up or something and share the recipe, and I will do the same. But listen, enjoy this recipe, enjoy this segment again, Cooking with Candy, cooking for a cause. And as you know, we did Soul-U-Tions live last year, and so we will be doing it again this year. So I'm asking you if you would be so kind to give towards that. I will talk more about that, but if you'll be so kind and give, so we can make sure that we can take Soul-U-Tions live to the next level. And so cooking for a cause, so we can be a blessing to the cause of domestic violence. So I love you so much. I will be on next Sunday. We will be live next Sunday. Look forward to seeing you there. Remember, pray always, love relentlessly, and be strong in the Lord and the power of His might. And I will see you next Sunday. I have to change my clothes and get on this bus. I love you guys. Bye. Hey! We're back in. Picture froze. Everybody still there? Everybody breathe. Everybody calm down. Tell all the people in your head to calm down, because that's what I just had to do. Yeah. Everybody just relax.
Yeah, get on out the way.
That devil was a lie. Because, you know, Bam, not only does he cook, but he was like preaching earlier today. I'm telling you, I don't know what we're going to do here. We're going to have regular news over. It's going to be all right. But it's so good to see everybody. She said it's okay. Thank you, Toya. You gave me some love. Thank you so much. Listen, make sure to put you shared. I shared. Please make sure to share this. Renetta, it is so good. Are you still here? Thank you so much for coming in. Because you're a cook too. You love to cook too. She was doing some cooking. She was baking. No, Renetta, you bake, right? She was baking some crazy stuff, but it's good. But let's get started. We want to get into this. So why don't you, number one, go ahead and introduce the people. Introduce yourself to the peoples.
What's happening, everybody? This is Al Bam Lewis. My sister, she shares, sister-in-law, appreciate it.
Thank you.
So they call me Chef Bam. So I'm gonna start there since we already had that conversation earlier, right?
Yeah, we did.
So my company is called Show Enough Fish and Catering. But as a child, my dad gave me the name Bam, and it was because I had this big old hammer. You know, like the Flintstones, they had that big hammer that made that noise. I had one of those. I ain't ashamed to say I had one. So I was going around the house banging on stuff, just banging. You know, if you was in the way, I was hitting you too. It didn't matter. Long and behold, I taught myself how to play the drums. So my mind was, okay, Bam, drums, it makes sense.
Right.
Lo and behold, the great side of the seed that was planted within me became greater once I lined up where I was supposed to go.
Yes.
As I was talking to Pastor Ray earlier, I had not understood my passion. I didn't even know I wanted to cook.
Yeah.
It was just a matter of just watching people do it, seeing it. And then something in me said, you can do that. So I tried it. You know what we do. We use our family as guinea pigs, right? Taste this, taste that, taste that.
Always,
It's funny now because my daughter says, who you cooking for now? Because I'm always cooking because I love to do it. So long story short, the name BAM became more significant to me because of the calling on my life, right?
Yeah.
So, wow, here's the second part of that. So the first part is BAM, blessed, anointed meals. Wow, watch this. The B part of that is blessed, anointed ministries. Remember I said earlier how ministry or preaching and cooking go together. Because this is a ministry, right, of helping people.
Yes.
Any great leader shows his people that are here mentoring or tutoring how to pull out the best things in themselves, right? Because all of us have something in us that needs to be tutored, needs to grow, needs to be watered. So with that being said, this cooking, I watched it. My mom, my stepmom, mother-in-law, watched all of them cook. And then all of a sudden I said, wait, wow, let me jump in and start doing it. So this is where we are today.
So this is where we are today. And it's a beautiful thing because, you know, just earlier today when I was preparing, I was listening to the Bible app, and I was listening to John. And it came to the part where the people were hungry when Jesus with the fish and the loaves and how he multiplied that. And I think that and a lot of people would agree that a lot of our best conversations are around the table eating. You know, sometimes ministry, you know, the best time of ministry. And ministering doesn't necessarily mean that you're preaching to someone, but it could be just listening to someone who's hurting. It could be just paying for their meal, listening to them while they may be sharing something with you, or you sharing, or it could be iron sharpening iron. I was just laughing because, you know, me and Lady Jackie, we went out to eat and they literally kicked us out. I mean, we were sitting there for 3 hours just over food, just talking and ministering to one another. So food it really does that. It really does that.
So even what you just said, right? So, and it's funny that you say that because typically every time the brothers get together, wow, there's a leaping in our spirit. For that baby that's inside of us, that's being born because of the connection that we all have together. So it becomes so, the conversation becomes so anointed and powerful that we just kind of, the other night when we were talking, we were tag teaming. Bubby was on one side of me, Ray was on the other side, I was in the middle. Bubby said, let me get the mic. And then Ray said, let me get it. So it becomes that. But that's the thing about how God is and with us. He allows his people, one, when you know who he is and whose you are, everything in life becomes somewhat easy. Even though we struggle, it still becomes easy because we become content. Wow. Even in that sense, we just have to, one, stay content. Two, realize whose we are. And then number three, allow the power of God to move. And once that happens,
all is good. It's all ready. Well, we're going to continue that. We're going to keep on preaching. We're going to keep on going. We got to get damn cooking because as y'all see, we'll be just like,
I can go in. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It is okay.
Put me in E-flat. Let's go.
You already know. So what do we have here? What are we going to make today?
Okay, so this is a meal that I kind of learned and played with probably about 15, 20 years ago. Probably longer than that now. Anyway, this is what I call chicken surprise.
Okay, chicken surprise.
And the surprise is, typically, there's nothing in here different. I'm gonna show you every ingredient, but the surprise is how it tastes.
Okay, chicken surprise. So let's start with it.
So we're going to do some bell peppers and onions. I got orange, green, and red. Then we're going to, I got some onions diced here. We're going to add the onions to that. We're just going to saute that.
Okay.
After we saute that, we're going to add in the chicken.
Okay. And what are we sauteing that in?
In some vegetable oil.
Vegetable oil, olive oil.
Olive oil.
Okay, I have olive oil.
Okay.
Okay, I need can you grab the olive oil for me, please? Because I got my clean gloves on.
That's right.
Thank you.
That's
please. Right. Because he's gonna want to eat.
That's right. That's right.
So all right. So y'all. So Pastor Bam. I know, right? He's going in. He going in. That's all right. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. So we got some. Yes,
Yes,
sir,
sir,
that's it.
Yep.
Yep, we got some olive oil. That's the blessed oil. That's the oil that bless your life. All right, so we got some. I'm going to be the sous chef today. I'm not doing too. I'm going. Is that what that's called?
That's what that's called.
Okay.
All right. So now be careful with the sous chef now, because that means I don't do nothing.
Okay, never mind. I'm not the sous chef. I'm not the. See, now I learned something. You just
sous chef does all the work.
Okay.
I just prep you. I teach you.
Okay, well,
it's okay. We're gonna
work together.
All right. So just put a little oil in that pan there, just a little bit, not too much.
Okay.
I said that's good.
All right.
About to give me 2 drops.
Okay. No, I was trying to make sure I didn't give you too much because I'll be like, nice and greasy. All right, because I like to grease my food up. Okay. It ain't right.
It ain't right at all. We're gonna pray for that. It's okay.
But when it has the olive oil, it got the anointing oil.
That's why you only need a little.
Yeah, I know, but I'll be greasing it.
Mustard seed faith. Come on now. You only need a little. Listen, a little. Because there's some power behind that. If I touch it, my God. Woo! Get me started in here.
A little bit go a long way.
Go a long way.
All right.
So when we do this, we're gonna drop them all in there.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna hit that sizzle. Well, we ain't in the sizzle just yet.
It wasn't ready. It wasn't ready. It's okay.
There it is.
There's a sizzle.
There it is.
All right. Didn't take long.
Didn't take long.
That's how God is, right? He'll come right when you want him, right on time.
But you gotta be content.
You gotta be content. You gotta
best stay right there.
Listen, I was telling him yesterday, the women's conference at the new Mount Calvary Baptist Church was so blessed, and their theme was talking about being content. And being content in the good times, being content in the waiting, and being content in the bad times. And everyone in that room could identify with that. I'm sure everybody on the live right now, you cannot, or the replay, there's a season in your life where it's good and you're content in the good times, but the waiting and even the bad times. For me, it was the waiting. And Pastor Florine, I know it's Floyd, that's not her last name, so please forgive me. She's married. But let me tell you something. She tore that up. So we have to be content. Yes. Oh, so you added the broccoli already.
Yeah, okay. So I threw some broccoli in there.
Okay.
So the pan looks lovely. It's just colorful.
Oh, look how pretty.
That's just perfect.
Let me just lift it up. There's a camera over here. Oh, side view?
That's just pretty.
All right, let's see. Can y'all see that? It's pretty.
That's just pretty.
It's pretty. All right.
Lord Jesus.
I don't want to mess nothing up. Okay.
That's all right. Now while that's sizzling up, we're going to add some onions to it.
So remember when Mom was making her chicken and we had to create a bed? We had to create the bed. This is like creating a bed. All right? Is this quite like that? Look at that. That looks good, y'all. So remember, you have your peppers. Mm-hmm. Today we did the onion, the red pepper, and the yellow pepper. The orange pepper. The yellow pepper is in the refrigerator. I will eat that raw. Who likes yellow peppers? Mom does any of you guys like yellow peppers in this pepper? Like I could pick that up and eat that too.
All right, so we're not doing that. But while we talking about the sous chef don't got out of plate. As the young folks say, she don't got out of pocket. And that's a musical term too. Stay in the pocket. Stay in your pocket, First Lady. Oh my God.
I started looking at it. It was looking good. All right, I can cut it.
No, I'm going to talk about the vein.
You want to talk about the vein? Okay, talk about the vein.
So we're going to talk about this vein here.
Okay.
This right here. Inside of the pepper. Uh-huh. Normally, when you cut your pepper, you have their veins surrounding the inside of the pepper, which kind of help. Actually, the veins help keep the hard shell of the outside of the pepper. Okay. And the seeds because you've noticed when you cut a pepper, the seeds always kind of get lodged down in that lip, or they stay there, right? So the vein kind of helps control that, right? Okay. But if you don't like heat, you want to cut the vein out.
Oh, if you don't like spicy.
If you don't like spicy, you cut that vein out, and you also take out the seeds. Okay. Because the vein and the seed together bring about heat. Okay. Right? Okay. Now, nice. I always cut mine out because typically whatever I'm cooking with, if I want to add heat, I can add it as I'm cooking,
Right.
versus me having it already here, because I can't control that once that gets in the pot. I can control it with my seasoning because I know how much I want to put in.
Right.
That makes sense?
Yes.
And oftentimes, in cooking, I'm still learning.
Right.
But in the same process, you learn, you make mistakes, you repeat,
Right.
and you use your family as guinea
And
pigs.
so this is the thing that the interesting thing is that you said that you never went to school or anything. So this is like a really a takeaway moment, because you can do whatever you're passionate, within yourself. That passion, like my husband was saying, like when you talk about food, it's like that baby leaks. It's like you light up. So whatever that passion is that you have, that I always, one of the things that the Lord gave me was that we were, according to Psalms 139, of course, we know that we are his masterpiece. But the one thing that he spoke to me about was to do what I had been assigned and designed to do. You had been assigned and designed to do something. Why do I say assigned and designed? Because what does the Bible say? Before our mama and our daddy knew us, mama and papa, he knew us.
He knew us. Absolutely.
He knew us.
Absolutely.
And he had great things in store already mapped out for us. So whatever that thing is, whatever that thing that makes you smile, whatever that thing that you get excited about when you think about it, whatever it is, don't sell yourself short. You can do all things through Christ that gives you strength.
Absolutely.
So you can do it. So whatever it is, just take the leap. I mean, failing sometimes, messing up, like you just said. Right. Sometimes you mess up, so
Yeah, it's a repeat.
But it's a repeat. You just do it. You just jump out and do it.
Just like everything else in life, when you learn how to navigate.
Yeah, I love that.
Because it's like, right, when you are in your car and you don't know where you're going, right now, like now we have GPS, right? And sometimes GPS take us the longer route, right? Or the wrong way, right? Yeah. But we always have that help.
Yeah.
So why not, as you're going through life, talk to God?
Yeah.
Because guess what? He's your help.
That's right.
And he's your strength.
Yeah.
So even when you get weak, he'll pick you up.
Yep.
He'll motivate you.
Yep.
He'll get you going. Yep. And he'll enlighten that seed that's within you.
Yep.
Like I'm about to light this chicken up in there.
He's ready to light that chicken up.
So we're adding the chicken now to the
and we have some extra chicken here that you were supposed to cut, or was I supposed to cut it up?
We're gonna figure it out.
Okay, so we got the chicken in there. That's plenty. Yeah, I think that I want some extra chicken because my husband is hungry, and y'all know how he likes to. I love to cook. He likes to cook. I like to cook. He likes to eat. Right. So I had got the extra chicken, but I think that. That's his calling. So I think that we have enough. So what we're using today as far as the seasoning, this is one of the seasonings that we use around the house all the time, and we are not getting paid for this. But Kinder's, the blend salt, pepper, and garlic. This is a really good blend to use when we season. And of course, one of the things that you brought out, you don't want to be too heavy on that because the cream of chicken soup that we're going to be using already has sodium in it. So that's one thing about us. We love stuff all salty and stuff, but we need to scale back.
Yeah. Move out the way.
Yes, I'm going to take this stuff and I'm going to clean up because I like to clean up as I mess up when I'm cooking. All right. Is that all right?
I cleaned up what I messed up. I started all over again. Watch yourself. You preaching in here, First Lady. I cleaned up. When I messed up.
That's when you know that you like church and that you're a Christian and you love God.
It come out
for everything.
It just come out. Come out your pores. It don't even matter. Just having fun. That's what I like. Having fun. Good Jesus joy.
Yeah. Okay, so you sauteing that.
So I'm sauteing this. And
so how much time before they need to put the chicken in there?
So you want to allow your vegetables, which is the green peppers, the onions, and the broccoli, to sweat. You'll see it start to change color. You'll see the moisture rise in it. You don't want it to burn. That's why I added the chicken, and I added a little bit more of that extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
So now that's in there, the chicken also makes a moisture. So it's going to help that oil and everything else is kind of blending there together. Okay. And as it's blending and cooking, it's just making things smell lovely in here. That's all it's doing right now.
It does smell very good.
and it looked like
It's
heaven.
very pretty. It is very pretty. So you use the term sweat, meaning that just a few minutes you wanted to turn just a little bit.
Yeah. So you'll see. So you all right. So a good analogy is this, or a good example is this. This is dry, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when it's in the pan and you see it, you'll see it almost like get limp, but you'll see the color start to fade as well. So as the color's fading, you can look at it and tell. Okay. And this is really a 30-minute meal.
Yes.
I know we're talking and having fun and doing all that, but you can do this for those folk that are busy, that don't have a whole bunch of time. You can just kind of put this together, and if you do it, you can have leftovers if you really not greedy, like some people. But I'm just saying. But you can. It's 30 minutes, and all at once this is cooked, all we're doing is just adding this cream of chicken.
Okay.
You just let that simmer.
And so here you have your meat, you have your peppers and your vegetables, you have everything all together. We use the I'm sorry, no, the broccoli, the broccoli, the fresh broccoli, which can you use this, like say if someone doesn't have the fresh broccoli, can they use it with frozen broccoli?
You can use frozen broccoli. I would just, if using the frozen broccoli, I wouldn't necessarily put that in. I would put that in a separate pan.
Yes.
And let that, because it's frozen.
Yes.
And it's already going to have water to it.
Yep.
So you want to cook that, and I will put that in some water and then let that kind of just simmer down.
Yes.
And then add it to it.
Yes. Okay.
Because that's going to be let me change that. Using the frozen broccoli, you want that to kind of get soft.
Yes.
Because this is already getting soft with the fresh.
Yes.
So you want to cook that in a separate pot, put a lid on it, low heat, and let it just kind of simmer down so it gets tender. Once it gets tender, then you can add it to it.
Is that do you need a different spoon or anything or your tongs, or what do you need? Because I got stuff.
A spoon.
This good?
That's good. That works.
Okay. All right, so we got it going on. Velma, are you in? Is Velma in? Where you at, sissy? Hello. Okay, so let me say hi to everybody. Hello, Sean. Thank you for coming in. Y'all make sure to share. I shared. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this recipe so far. We over here joking and laughing around and everything. But I was waiting for my sissy Velma to come in. Velma, it's not right. I know it's not right. I'm putting on my glasses so I can see your comment. Did she see that I had Velma? Guess what Bam surprised me with?
Ooh, Lord, Velma.
Velma. It's the fried salmon. Ain't right. Mama said she need that restaurant.
That's easy.
Maryland and
she said what?
Yep, he did, Velma. I had no idea.
Oh,
he brought some
man.
fried chicken over here too. So, he brought some fried chicken. But this right here, this is blessing my soul.
Preaching and cooking.
Watching from South Philly. Hi, Rhonda. Thank you so much for coming in. Make sure to like and share my page.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Now, are these your people?
Yeah, she just said preaching and cooking. That's
preaching and cooking. That's what we do.
Yeah, listen.
That's what we do.
We're in the house of God over here on what street is this?
Wait a minute. We might not want to tell anybody.
No,
wait a minute.
We on West Boulevard. Heaven's Highway.
Yeah, that's good like that.
1717. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Don't mean no harm, but we do have an offering plate.
Yeah. So Bam is over here. So that's really nice. I know that a lot of times. Good evening. Hello, Christina. I know a lot of times, especially with working moms or different, and I think that you can also use this as a meal prep too, right?
Yes.
For lunch.
Yes.
You can do this as a meal prep. Hello,
yes.
Gladys. Hello. She said,
"Hey, Miss Gladys."
Yes. Hi. How are you, Miss Gladys? Miss Gladys. Okay. Wow. Hello. Thank you so much for coming in. We are doing. What is it called? What's the dish called?
Chicken surprise.
Chicken surprise. We're doing chicken surprise. Now, Bam, talk about what you're doing as far as in the community work that you're doing, and the partnership that you have.
Okay, so me and my partner, Chef Andre, we have a nonprofit that is called Healing for the Soul. Mm-hmm. Our campaign right now is Racing to Feed.
Okay. The
last 3 years, we fed over 18,000 people.
Stop right there. 18,000 people last year.
In the last 3 years.
In the last 3 years. Yes. 18,000 people. Now, one of the things that, and especially thank you all so much, Bam, thank you for inviting people and coming in. What, my heart is and what this platform, this ministry mission is all about is multifaceted. We talk about where pain and purpose collide. So we talk about the pain in your life and the things that you have gone through and grown through and how it directly indirectly points to your purpose in life. I don't know if we're going to go there with the cooking or whatever. All of us have a testimony.
Yes.
Because what does the Bible say? And they overcame by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony. So it's important to testify. My husband preached this morning. How will they hear without a preacher? And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be on a pulpit. You can reach people in the marketplace. You can reach people like how we're doing right now. You can reach people in your school. You can reach people past. It doesn't matter. I mean, preaching, a lot of times people think that you have to be on a pulpit. And I think some of the greatest ministry is when you're sitting eating at a table or when you're, I mean, it's some of the greatest ministry. But, it's amazing that the pain point that you guys and what you're doing is that you recognize a pain point and that you are literally doing what you are assigned and designed to do, you and your partner. 18,000 people in the last 3 years.
18,000 plus. Let me say that.
Okay.
So and I'm gonna tap into a couple of things you just said.
Okay.
Here comes the special sauce.
I'll mix the special sauce. Wow, let me put my gloves on. My hands are clean.
Water and just kind of.
All right, I'm going to spin it around while
All right, so
Pastor Bam.
Watch yourself.
Got
my offer plate though.
Minister Bam, evangelist, he evangelizing right now. This is evangelism.
Listen, so a couple things that you said, which was huge, right? So ministry, again, we keep getting back on this thing.
Yeah.
As far as how they connect with ministry and cooking, we have been able to. We fed senior citizens from Atlantic City to Egg Harbor City. We've done the homeless in Atlantic City. We've done the homeless in Egg Harbor City. We just did on the last Sunday of last month, we fed 300 plus just people, random, just come get it. We're out and we're going to do it again the last Sunday in this month out in Egg Harbor City, right off of Philadelphia Avenue. I think it's 842 Philadelphia Avenue. That's the address, 842 Philadelphia Avenue. It's a teachers union hall, something like that.
Can somebody put that in the chat, please? Say that address again.
So it's 842 Philadelphia Avenue, Egg Harbor City, New Jersey. I forgot where it was. But we'll be out there, and it's a drive-through, so you don't have to get out your car. You can just pull right on up, let us know how many meals you want, and we'll bring it right out to you. It is a beautiful thing. And we had people we were just giving them, they were coming up, picking up 5, 6, 7, 10. It doesn't matter how many you need. And at one point we did 25. But what I'm saying to you is, and going back to what you were saying, Shonda, the ministry part of this feeding is just this. We don't know, food insecurity is huge in Atlantic County. I ain't gonna talk about no other county. I'm gonna talk about Atlantic County because that's where I'm at, right? In Atlantic County, there's so many people that are in need of food. So a lot of the things that we do is like even in senior citizens home, they get that check once a month.
Yes.
And by the third week of that month,
yes,
they pretty much out of food.
Yes.
So we try to be that gap.
Yes.
To try to help them get through that next few days.
Yes.
So we're doing that part, right? So and now we're into the schools as well, where we have refrigerators that we put into the schools that have our signature chicken and potatoes. That's FDA approved, by the way. We have that little smart plug there. But we put the food into the refrigerators, and we started this 3 weeks ago. It was our first out at Buna Middle School.
Okay.
I have been there 3 times. Matter of fact, we're going back to put a second refrigerator in on Tuesday because it's going that great. Again, you don't know. These kids are taking this food home. Chef got a call the other day from someone saying, my daughter brought this home. Is there any way I can get some for myself?
Wow.
But she asked this question, and that's why I say it's amazing. When God puts you in right alignment, You don't know who you're going to reach, but you always have to be a willing vessel to be used by him. Watch this. She called because her daughter went home. She said to Chef, I really don't have money to buy it. Chef said, don't worry about it. We'll still get it to you. Because here's the thing. We're not in this to make any money. It's about feeding and giving back. The ministry in me is about cooking. And I love to cook. And because I love to cook, now I'm giving it back by what I'm feeding, by what I'm giving. And what I'm giving is great. So not only are they being fed with a good meal, they are going, wow, who did this?
And plus it's like, and especially because there's nothing attached to it.
Nothing.
You know, and that's what the love of Christ is all about. There's nothing attached to it. It's like your song that you wrote, one of my favorites, Where's the Love? When I was hungry, you fed me not when I was thirsty. I mean, it's biblical, it's scripture. So it's a beautiful thing. While we're talking, is this what it's supposed to look like? Because I don't want to mess it up.
We're going to add some more.
We're going to add some more. Okay.
We're going to add some more.
All right, we're going to add some more. But that's what it's about. I think that a lot of times when people see that there is authentic and genuine love, like there's nothing in it. There's nothing in it for me. I'm doing this because I care about your well-being. Right. And one of the greatest things that I feel like that we're missing in the world today is empathy and compassion. When you're empathetic, it's like somebody who's down in a ditch. And when you're down in that ditch, you get down in there with them and say, I'm going to help you get out. When you're sympathetic, you look down at the person and say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that you're down there. But when you're empathetic, you get in that ditch with them and you say, okay, come on, we're going to get up out of this together. And so that's what this is. When you're able to do that, you empathize but by the grace of God, because that could be your child that's hungry. That could be you who's saying to that person, I don't have the money. So, I think that we've lost a lot of empathy, along the way, and we need to be more empathetic, because that's just a love. I mean, that's the love gift. That's one of the first attributes of the fruit of the spirit is love. Right? So we need to do that. So we added to this we have two cans of cream of chicken.
And you're going to add some more water to it.
We're going to add some more water to it.
Kind of cut back on that sodium thing there, because we don't need no extra stuff going on. We just going to keep it right and light.
Okay.
Keep it right, light, and tight.
Keep it right, light, and tight. Okay.
But yeah, so we're doing a lot of community on
and
that.
So talk about what you're doing next week.
So next week, yes, next week. Next week we partnered up with Victory Deliverance Church.
Okay.
All right. Bishop Loud. That's my cousin. That's my first cousin.
Wow.
On my mama's side.
That's awesome.
All right, my mama's side. We partnered up with them, and next Friday, talking about the chicken and potatoes, we will be we'll have quarts available to purchase, which will all the proceeds go back into the Racing the Feed campaign, so that we could keep and continue to feed and do what we do in the community. Yes. All right, so like I said, it's a blessing to be able to do it, because I love to do it, and because again, once you find your passion, it comes off of you.
Now, how can people sow into that? Talk about how they can be a part of that. I mean,
and that's just to sow into or give a donation, sow into it, however you want to look at it, or say it, or feel it, or whatever the case may be. Just because you can go to Racing to Feed, racingtofeed.com, and when you pull it up, at the bottom of the when it comes up at the bottom of a page, there's a link that you can pay. I think there's PayPal. There's a few different things on there that you can pay. I mean, that you can use to kind of make things happen. I'm sorry, I was reading the screen. Somebody said, we love that you love to cook. And I'm like, yes, I do. I do. And it's funny because I did a church today, and I happened to stay for their service, and I was just there, and they were like, you want something to eat? I was like, no, I just cooked that. And my wife laughs at me all the time because I cook so much. It's not that I don't eat my food, I do.
Yeah.
I taste it to make sure it's good.
Yeah.
But what happens is when you cook so much and you see your stuff, you want somebody else's stuff.
Yeah, you want
Like,
somebody.
look, I cook chicken. I mean, I think I did 40 pieces of fish and 60 chicken wings and some mac and cheese, some collard greens, potato salad.
Greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, chicken.
Man, I did it all,
How
right?
we looking here? How we looking here?
Yeah. We good.
Because he started preaching stuff. I want to make
I'm sorry, we good. Yeah, it's just a summer now, so it's done. I mean,
so it's done, so we can plate it.
Oh yeah, you can plate that.
Okay, we can
Yeah,
plate it.
we can plate that.
We gonna plate it.
We're gonna put that on the plate.
We gonna plate it.
Where's my fork?
We're gonna plate this.
All right. So you can have this with rice.
With
I
rice.
had made some extra rice, but it's okay. No, we're gonna use the rice that Bam here already brought some rice. Now, when I make rice, one of the things that I like to put in my rice, I know it's a little sodium, but I like to put better than bouillon. I put a little bit of that in the water. I put a little bit of that in the water. I do.
So I'm not gonna say anything.
Is that bad?
We're gonna talk off screen about that one.
I like better than bouillon.
I'm just saying, because typically you don't need to add anything, especially when it's in that.
Well, that's why I'm using yours.
Oh, I appreciate you.
All right.
All right.
That's why I'm
Moving
using
on.
yours.
So I also have my own catering company.
Yes, let's talk about that.
Which is called Show Nuff.
Show Nuff. Now, where did Show Nuff come from?
You know what? I was playing around with a name, and I was trying to find a name. Now I'm going back. I've been in business since 2012.
Okay.
So, wife says, you need to find a name, I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? Like, I'm going to do this. So, I'm sitting there thinking, and all of a sudden, Show Nuff just jumped into my spirit. And then when I thought about it, I said, that makes sense. Why? Because everything I cook is Show Nuff good. So my slogan is Show Nuff Fish and Catering, where the food is Show Nuff good.
Yes,
Come on, talk to me.
All right. What y'all think? Love what y'all doing.
That's my buddy, Chef Sean. What's up, little bro?
Now,
that man right there.
So I need him on Cooking with Candy.
Yeah.
I need, okay. All right, so you didn't got called out now.
Yeah.
You got called out now.
He's celebrity chef status.
Oh, he's celebrity chef status.
Yeah. He on that level. He done been on TV, doing all that. Yeah, I'm talking about you, brother. He out there.
Oh, he's out there. Well, I need you on.
Yeah. And we've done stuff together. He's shown me so much stuff.
Really?
Oh man, and he's younger than me. I ain't gonna tell the story. Maybe if you do the show, I'll do it with you, and then we can kind of have fun and talk about that stuff. Yeah.
That'll be good.
Yeah. But
so here we go.
Yeah.
This one. I'm so used to making my husband's plate.
Well,
that's supposed to be.
That's mine. I got my fork too.
That's supposed to be his. Is that enough?
It is enough.
I'm just asking.
Yeah. Now wait a minute. Are you eating too? You want
No, I'm good.
So it's just me and him.
Yeah. No, you know what? I'm gonna eat some because I'm on camera.
Yes, please.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
I gotta make sure. But I only
got my fork.
need a little bit.
Unbelievable.
Just a small task.
Okay, well, we need to get, so maybe Mom or Renee.
Yeah.
All right.
Chef, we doing chicken surprise, bro. It's I call it surprise because once they put it in their mouth.
All right.
Surprise!
I can't wait to be surprised. I can't wait to be surprised.
And I made some fried salmon.
Yeah, we got some fried salmon.
Yes, sir.
We got some fried salmon over here.
Listen.
Okay, Ray already has his. He already had.
Let
me just touch the fried salmon.
Why are you eating my salmon?
Oh, because we married.
That's right.
What's yours is mine.
Oh, watch yourself. Let's go.
All right, Renee, you coming over? You want to taste something?
Yes.
All right, Renee's coming over. She's coming.
Boy,
I'm trying to wait.
Listen, Renee, you better hurry up. Hurry up, because this right here.
I gotta get.
Look at the chicken just.
Look at that.
Look at it. Oh my God! I'm not even. It's just falling apart.
It even looks good. Y'all need to see this.
I'm glad I made some more rice.
It's just falling apart.
Y'all need to see this.
Oh,
you see that?
And I put too much on Ray's plate. Ray,
no, you didn't.
I did. Yes, I did. Because everybody's supposed to have some.
I can share the
but it's okay.
I go get some. Mom,
we got some more.
Mom, she just wants a little bit, right? Yes. Okay, Mom wants a little bit.
My God, all we really needed was some cabbage.
Yeah.
I know. He said I thought you was doing some cabbage.
I was.
You tricked him. You got
so many meals in his head.
I had so much stuff going on.
You had so many.
I'm working. See, somebody.
Mom, I think I may have given you too much too.
I made some curry chicken.
Ooh.
My.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And when I made that curry chicken, they were like, Lord Jesus.
All right, little Ray, he's working. Raymond, you want some too?
He's working.
He's working.
Okay,
so now let's. Okay. Bless his food.
Yeah,
that we about to receive.
Jesus. Yeah, thank you, God. Thank you, God.
I felt it.
There it is right there.
Oh
yeah. That's good stuff.
Mom's coming over. We gotta come on this way, Mama.
On in the camera.
Come on.
In the room.
Yeah.
In the room.
Oh yeah.
That's
There's
good.
a fork in that drawer right there too.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
I love.
And the biggest thing is again because the chicken. Cream of chicken has the sodium in it. You don't need to add too much because sometimes we like to heavy. And here's one of the things that they say. Y'all were wrong. Where's my plate? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Is that your wife?
Sorry,
that's
Velma.
That's Velma. But Velma, look. Velma.
Oh, Kathy said that curry chicken was good.
Oh, that gotta be next.
Wow. I'm sorry, Melanie. I'm sorry.
When the Saints go marching in,
Velma is calling in.
Lord,
we gotta
Jesus.
call.
She can't call in.
Hello? Yes.
Excuse me. I am sitting in front of my TV watching y'all eat. Has not been passed to me. So I think y'all need to come up with a way to slip it.
Velma? Velma?
I want my plate.
Come on in the room.
We'll get it. We'll figure it out, Velma. She wants some food.
Ooh, that's my mama right there.
All right.
Good cabbage.
Y'all can't hear her, but she is literally singing.
God.
Love you, Velma. I gotta go. Bye. Here you go. It is really
This
good.
is very good.
Very good.
This is really, really good. It's a
Yes,
quick
quick
yes.
meal. And that was the whole premise. It's really, really quick. It doesn't take long to do it. And it also can be a meal prep because you don't have to cook the rice. Or you can make it up and put it in the containers and put it in the refrigerator.
Wow.
And then all you gotta do is pop it out, put it in the microwave, and you're good to go. You put it, your rice on one side and your chicken, and all that in the other side. Or you can put a rice and layer the chicken stuff over top and just put it in the refrigerator. And you come home, all right, we got food for at least 2 days.
That's good.
But yeah.
And it was so simple. So it's just the peppers, the onion,
onions,
broccoli.
Yep. And the broccoli I just kind of threw in. Just because one, color, and two, because it gives you something else to kind of, have in there.
And even how it breaks up, like the broccoli, because like those little pieces that break up and just, go through there.
And when you do the broccoli, you want to cut it all the way down to the, the stalks and break them so that they do break off. They cook better when they're smaller versus having that whole stalk. Even though there's nutrients in the stalk, I mean, if you want those stalk in there, cook that too. But I'm just saying, you just cut it down. It helps it cook faster because it's just that. It's that kind of meal. It's quick. So you want to do it and get it done.
And I think that, and also using the tenders. So using the chicken tenders is really good too.
Yes.
Yeah, the chicken tenders because I typically like to cook with the chicken tender better than the breast, depending on what I'm cooking, because it is a little bit more tender.
Yes.
It is who's that? Barbara.
That's my mother in love.
Mother in love. Yes, we all have mother in love. Hello,
Yes.
Miss Barbara. Yes, we are having a great time.
Yeah,
this was really good. This was really good. And so Bam, so you're having an event next week.
Okay, so yeah, so the event is at we're a partner again with Victory Deliverance Church, and we're selling our chicken potatoes quarts. I think they're $15 each, the quarts. And again, all the proceeds go back to the Racing the Feed campaign, which we eventually want to take nationally.
Nice.
We want to help all the food securities possible. And this is the big thing that we're doing, right? So within the next 30 to 45 days, we'll be opening our headquarters.
Nice.
In Pleasantville, in the Pleasantville Shopping Center.
Okay.
Which will become a, hey Rob, my man. He's one of our partners, and he's one of the sponsors for our campaign as well. Rob Williams there. So we will be opening in the Pleasantville Shopping Center, and it's going to be a distribution center as well.
Okay.
So we'll be able to partner up with like the food bank where we can kind of possibly do like the produce boxes, that type of stuff, as well as having the chicken potatoes there and other things that we can just kind of just push out.
So real quick, how did the chicken potatoes? Where did that come from?
That's Chef Andre, his mother's recipe.
Okay.
And he just kind of started doing it, and everybody kind of liked this. And it's funny because our paths intertwined the same. We grew up in Bungalow Park.
Okay.
We went to high school and junior high school together.
Okay.
And then we kind of just lost ways.
Okay.
At the same, then he kept calling me, Bam, come on, I need you. And I was like, man, I ain't got time. I ain't got time.
Yeah.
But again, when you're not in right alignment, you miss the point. And sometimes you miss your opportunity.
Right.
Because you ain't listening to the knock at the door.
Right.
So anyway, we linked up. I'm gonna leave that alone. We linked up. We got everything going. And it's been wonderful since then. Now we've had our ups and downs and so on and so on, but guess what? That's life.
But you just keep it moving. You just keep
and you stay content with where you are.
That's right. And be content in whatever season that you're in, whatever state that you're in. That's what the Word of God says, for us to be content in whatever state that we're in.
Right.
Why? Because we know that He's with us. He said He'll never leave us nor forsake us. So whatever state that you're in, just know that God is with you. Listen, this has been amazing. The food is, everybody is tearing it up. I'm trying not, because I can get like, forget that I'm on camera because I was about to like.
Yeah, I don't want to be licking the bowl.
It's really good.
I still got my gloves on. Look,
Yes, but food and fellowship, they really go together. And I don't know where it is on my page that when mom had, hey, my sister friend Didi, this is so cool. Yes, we're having a great time over here. When mom made her stewed chicken. And you can take these.
Speedy said, "Slow down, bro." He said, "Slow down, right? Yeah. I'm on the way over."
He said, "Slow down, on the way over."
Come on over. Come on.
We just have to do it again. This time I don't have to cook it myself. This recipe, cook it myself.
Oh, go ahead with yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cook it myself. Have everybody over. But this is something that not only you can do as a meal prep, as working people and all of that kind of good stuff. This is something that maybe you can even do it for ministry. Maybe your women's group, maybe your men's group, fellowship, women's fellowship, youth. Maybe this is something that you can do. It's only 30 minutes. If you have a youth group, you can do something like that. I'm sure even Bam, maybe you can go in, because you go in and, because every joint supplies. What we do together.
Right.
I can't do what you do and you can't do what I do. But when you do what you do and I do what I do, and we do it unto the Lord and in excellence.
Yes.
And when we do it together, God gets the glory. He really blesses it.
Yeah.
He gets the glory. Everything that we do to glorify Him, right?
Yes.
So this is, even though it's fun and you got a good recipe out of it, figure out a way that you can use this recipe and maybe do it in a way of fellowship. Like I said, it could be something, a fellowship with your women's group, with your men's group, with your youth. Maybe even it's something, if you have a heart for seniors, maybe you can, even, at a senior citizens home, or a nursing home. There's a way, maybe you can make it, and just figure out a way how you can take this and implement it in a way where you can have the food, the fellowship, the fruitful conversation, and then make a difference in somebody's life. I challenge you to do that with this recipe, and I would love to hear about it, because you definitely could do it after Sunday service.
Absolutely.
Anything, like, there's a way that you can implement this, because this is what this is all about.
Right.
We talk a lot about testimony and people and what they've come through and what they've gone through, and some stories that I've had on here are really hard stories. Some stories are hard to listen to, some stories are hard to watch, some people relate to, but it's always about information, right? And it's always about transformation. So in this instance, I applaud you and your partner for what you guys are doing. 18,000 people, feeding 18,000 people in 3 years is huge. It is huge. And next week, they're going to be doing it again.
Yes.
I don't know if Little Ray has the information to put up, but we want to partner with them. Send, just like I said last week, no amount is too, maybe you can't, purchase the quart, but maybe you can give a donation, or maybe you can purchase the quart and say, hey, bless somebody. I want you to make sure I'm going to send somebody here. You may not want it. Maybe you have a diet restriction or something like that, but it still doesn't stop you from being a blessing. So you can buy the quart and maybe send someone to go get it. Maybe you're walking down the street and you see somebody who's homeless, who's hungry. I watched a video today, and it was a pastor. And what he did was, and I've seen this pastor before, and he dressed up like a homeless person. Wow. And he sat in front of his church.
Wow.
And they didn't recognize me. He sat in front of his church, and just to see what the people were going to do. And so the first few clips, it looked like people walked past, but then they started showing how people was giving him water. They was giving him food. They were saying, here's some coffee. They were kneeling down and saying, you can come in if you want. You can come in. Even little kids. It was like little kids. And that let me know that what they was doing was impactful, because it was children saying, you can come in if you want. You can come into the church if you want. And so he rolled in. He walked in with the cart and everything, and went up and took everything off, and was emotional. And he said, what I saw today, it was a blessing, because what he saw was definitely the fruit of his labor, but I think most of all, the love of Christ. And so that's what I'm saying. Even if you can't buy the quart, if you have dietary restrictions, or maybe you don't like chicken and potatoes, I don't know, but you can still, there's so many people in Atlantic City that you're going to walk past that could definitely use that meal for that day. It is not for us to judge. We never put ourselves in a place of judgment, because I always, many of you that are on here have heard my testimony. Some have not. I was a drug addict. And sin took me further than I wanted to go, and I paid a price more than I thought that I would ever pay. But by the grace of God, I am here today. So don't judge, don't put no, judge not lest ye be judged at the same measure that you're going to judge. So the same measure that you judge somebody, hold yourself to that judgment. Hold yourself up to that standard, and let's see what happens. So, you never know. Go, help somebody. This ministry is about feeding and helping people and showing the love of Christ. And what you guys doing are just amazing. I wanted to have you on here because this is what this platform is about. So let's support them. Let's support what they're doing. I support it. Come back. Talk more about it. We definitely support it when eating.
Yeah.
We definitely support it, but it's a great word. Like Bishop Simmons, hello, God bless you, sir. Thank you for coming on. It is a great work that you guys are doing. And once you go over to Pleasantville and you guys get settled, I would love for us to connect and get on, whether it's cooking or just coming on virtually and talking about what you guys are doing, because that's what this is all about, and that's what we're about. Right. Kingdom building, kingdom building. So did everybody get? I wanted to have the recipe in, but I don't think Little Ray got a chance. I'm sorry, I keep calling him Little Ray. He's my Little Ray. Don't be out in the street calling him Little Ray. His name is Raymond. Okay, he's a full-grown man. I call him Little Ray. But call him Raymond, okay? Or Ray.
Y'all heard it, right?
All right. Don't call him Little Ray. Mama calls him Little Ray. Grandma, immediate family, Papa. But don't be out there in them streets like, hey, Little Ray! Don't be out there in them streets calling Little Ray. He's a full-grown man. He's a whole-grown man. Oh, God. I don't know why I keep doing it. I try not to do it.
And if I could really quick. So I'm really thankful and I'm excited about. Oh, I still talking about the curry chicken. Lord Jesus.
He got to come back and do the curry chicken.
Oh my God. She just popped it down the bottom showing curry chicken. Listen, and the curry chicken is crazy, right? Because one of my customers asked me to make it, and I never made it before. Wow. Here is the amazing part about that story. And I wasn't even going there. I was going somewhere else.
Okay.
When you understand your call. Listen, I understand my hands are good because I taught myself how to play the drums. That led me to cooking.
Wow.
Come on. The alternate, whew, God, Jesus, I thank you.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
So the ultimate thing about this is when you really understand your purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, you really understand it.
Yeah.
And you get out the way.
Yeah.
God will order your steps.
Right.
Watch this. They were already ordered. But you have to get in right alignment. So those steps, as you're walking and you're content, even no matter what's going on, distractions over here, emotions over here, this is over here, that's over there, and all of that becomes the right alignment for you to just line up.
Yes.
Me understanding this is simple to me.
Right.
My wife made me understand how I look at stuff that's simple.
Yeah.
Other people see as hard.
Yeah.
But that's because of the seed that God gave me.
Yeah.
So when you understand where you are,
Yeah.
whether you're a teacher, whether you're a bus driver, whether you pick up the trash, it doesn't matter what you do, because when you do it and you understand whose you are, all of the other stuff becomes null and void, and you can now walk in your purpose and watch God. Now, here's my challenge to everyone. Everyone that's on the line, here's my challenge. My challenge is this. Find out what your purpose is. Find out with it by walking in it. And I need you to be content in your walk. As you are walking, listen to God. Don't look at what you see, because what you see may not be for you.
Right.
I need you to hear as you're walking and being content. And allow God to minister to you so that now, not only do you see it, but he will start to reveal things. Don't let folk come to you and say, well, God told me to tell you. No, if he didn't tell me first, he didn't tell you. I need you to understand that. But at the same time, walk in it, learn it, love it, live it. And when you do that, watch God work. Sure enough, he will show up and he will show out.
Yes, he will. Well, amen. He's looking this way. I didn't want to disturb him because the camera was this way, but y'all got it. I know you did. I know you did. Yes. Truth. Well, on that, I love your transparency. That's one of the things that, that I always talk about. And again, this platform is about transitioning to transparency. And I love your transparency. I love your heart for God. You know what I mean? And it's a beautiful thing to see just the love of God that you have, because you can't fake that.
Right.
Like that's a real thing. Right. And for people who may not even really understand, when God captivates you, You know, when he is just everything in your life, when he has just shown himself to you over and over and he's shown himself to be true. He's shown himself to be provider. He has shown himself to be deliverer. He has shown himself to be peace. He has shown himself to be joy. He has shown himself just to be, you know, your king. He's shown himself to be your friend. You can't help but get emotional.
That's right.
You can't help but just, you know, the tears gotta come. They come because your heart is so full. You know what I mean?
My folk know I cry in a minute.
Me too.
I ain't got no problem with
That's
it.
right.
Listen.
You know, and that's a beautiful thing because that's worship.
Right.
That is true
It is.
worship.
It
That's
is.
worship.
It is.
You know, so I pray that you have been blessed by the food.
Yeah.
And the recipe.
Yeah, I think I can eat
By the
that.
fellowship. Yeah, he done got hungry. He done released it. He done waited all night. By the food, the fellowship, and the fruitful conversation. We will now have a selection from the we will now have Yes.
Let the church sing.
Yes, we will now have a selection from the choir. I know that's right. I'm here in the kitchen. All right, in the kitchen.
Oh, Jesus.
Listen, oh God, I thank God. Because I tell you, I know that the Lord is taking this ministry mission to the next level, and I thank you for your yes. I never take that up for granted. I thank you for your yes. When I ask and they say yes, I thank you for that.
I'm honored.
Yeah, you know, because I know that a lot of people have been blessed by this. Well, I gotta warm my food up and finish eating
Listen,
it.
I
love you
it's
too.
good.
It is good. Love you too, Val. So many people in. Thank you for everyone who has come in. I love you. God bless you. I thank you for tuning in. You could be doing anything. But you clicked on and you joined us, and I really appreciate it. I hope you got the recipe. It was a very easy recipe. It was tenderloin chicken, peppers of your choice, green, red, yellow, whatever, Spanish onion, right? Spanish onion, and you get broccoli, fresh broccoli, and chicken, cream of chicken soup. And it is that's it. And that's Bam Chef showing up, Bam. Okay. It's a surprise, a pleasant surprise.
Surprise.
It's a pleasant
That's right. There it is.
Yep,
Y'all
there it is. There it is. Yes. Showing up. So listen, where can people connect with you real quick?
So because I do, I cook every weekend, Friday, Saturday, and sometimes on Sunday, just depending. But you can call me, or you can hit me on Facebook. You can hit me on the Facebook under Al Bam Lewis, or you can call me, and I don't have a problem giving my number. It's okay. Call me for food. Amen. Let's keep that real. My wife is on the line.
I know. Come on, Kathy. Let them know, honey.
Listen.
You know we don't play, honey. We're gonna look in the camera. Come on, Kathy. I got you, girl. We ain't playing that.
Oh man, I feel like I'm at home.
I got you.
Lord have mercy. But you can reach me at 609-992-8091. I am available for catering, for a platter. I am available.
Meal preps.
Yep, I'm doing meal prep now. Yes. Pretty much available for anything food. If that makes sense. Anything food. And First Lady was saying something earlier about if any of you have an opportunity where you want to share this recipe, I don't have a problem with you coming to your ministry home, your church. If you have a group that wants to share, I don't have a problem with doing that. I can come and kind of share that with them because guess what? Each one teach one. So I don't have a problem with planting or helping because of the fact that God gave it to me. I'm not going to hold on to it. Here's a drop and I'm going to let it go. Don't hold on to the word that you got today because it wasn't just for you.
That's right. All right. And we'll have a B selection. We had the A selection. Now we will have the B selection. The benediction, we will have the benediction coming from Pastor Ray Hollis. He will be coming to give the benediction and closing prayer.